Welcome back everyone. Today's topic is stress and stress management. We're going to talk about many ways people cope with their stress. I hope you can find a new useful coping strategy to apply to your own life when you find yourself dealing with stress. By surveying 10 people ranging in age from 7 to 41 years old, I myself learned many new ways that I can deal with my own stress. I asked each of my participants 13 questions that related to 4 dimensions of health: physical, emotional, social, and spiritual. Let's start by finding out what my participants find the most stressful in their lives. The following questions were asked for the physical dimension of health. The first question I asked them all was about their eating habits. I asked my participants if they usually eat for convenience or for health. 60% of them said to eat for convenience and 40% for health. Most of my participants stated that they try to eat healthy, but it isn't always possible due to their busy lifestyles. Next, I asked how often do they exercise. As you can see here, most of my participants exercise regularly. I also asked them about how much sleep they usually get. They mostly get between 6 to 8 hours of sleep per night, which isn't really enough. The final question for physical health was what exhausts them the most. Common answers included work, sports, and social interaction. We now move into the emotional dimension of health. First, I asked them what emotionally wears them down. Common answers included family members, stress, grief, and work. I also asked them what causes them to have strong feelings. These could be positive or negative feelings. Almost everyone said their family. Other answers included past experiences or traumas, feelings of danger, school, and sports. The final question asked for the emotional dimension was when was the last time you got angry and how did you deal with it? For almost everyone, it was actually quite recently, but everyone dealt with it differently. Lots of them talked to others about their feelings, and others took the time to let things cool down first. And next was the social dimension. First, I asked them about the situation that gives them the most stress or anxiety. Some said they don't get anxiety from social situations, and that's okay, but most said public speaking or talking to strangers. Some people also said large crowds or spaces that feel rushed, like a lineup. I also asked them about relationships that they find most stressful. The most common answers were siblings or their extended family. We next discussed the spiritual dimension of health. I asked my participants what gives them a feeling of fulfillment. Common answers included making others happy, finishing a project, volunteering, and helping others. Next, I asked each of them if they believed in something larger than themselves. This is not necessarily God or religious figures, but can also be larger goals or dreams for your life. Almost everybody said yes to this question. And the final spiritual question was what is the purpose of your life? Most of them said to help their kids or loved ones to live good, fulfilling lives. Others said helping people or even achieving their goals. Now the final question that you've been waiting for. Here are some great stress coping ideas for you to try out and that my participants try to execute in their own lives. The most popular one among my survey participants is definitely talking to someone. Talk to a loved one or someone that you trust, and if you don't have someone in your life that you feel comfortable talking to, you can reach out to your local mental health clinic or therapist. There's also a link in the description of this video for some local mental health resources. So next time you get stressed out, try talking to someone, take a break from the situation, try an unrelated hobby, do some breathing exercises, get yourself a treat, take a bath, go for a walk, get some exercise, try writing about your stress, read a book, and get outside. The top 10 ways to manage stress according to WebMD are already very commonly practiced among my survey participants. Each of them naturally listed multiple ways to manage the stress that are also suggested by this medical site. And after completing this project, I will take a lesson from my survey participants and try applying some self-care coping mechanisms when I feel stressed. One in particular that I would never have thought of is to have a treat. And I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'm going to go get myself a treat now, as this project was very stressful. Goodbye.